Bonjour à tous, bienvenue à Minecon 2012 à Disneyland. Vous avez peut-être vu du Prison Architect sur ma chaîne. Je suis là avec Chris Delay, qui est donc le producteur du jeu, le réalisateur, et qui va nous en parler. So, Chris, do you want to talk about yourself quickly, your path, what you did?
Yeah, well, I'm one of the original founders of Introversion Software. We started our company in 2001 when we came out of university. We've made games like Defcon and Darwinia and Uplink, and now we're making Prison Architect, in which you have to build and manage a maximum security prison.
Great. I've actually played some of your games in the past. I own a couple of them, like Defcon, Uplink. What pushes you to make such a wide diversity of games?
I don't know, I guess I did actually work in the games industry for about a year or so, and it seemed to me like a very, very narrow field. The traditional games industry that existed previously only really made, and still only really makes, a small number of games in my mind. Whereas the indie scene just seems to make everything, just makes all kinds of different games. And from my point of view, I've always wanted just to make like kind of one of everyththing. You know, kind of want to just be really diverse and really kind of fearless about making all kinds of different genres of games.
So basically, whatever strikes your fancy, you just go ahead.
I mean, we're only a small team, and we kind of just make the game that we want to make next. You know, sometimes it's really organic, and Prison Architect actually came out of a cancelled project previously called Subversion, which didn't really come together, but it kind of spawned this game. It was like a fertile ground that spawned this game.
I saw that this time for Prison Architect you had kind of a Kickstarter model. What pushed you to do that rather than your traditional route?
Well, I think there's definitely been a shift in the way that games can be funded now. I think Kickstarter is a really big change. But, I mean, there's a number of things. Firstly, Kickstarter didn't actually exist in the UK when we were setting up Prison Architect. I mean, it is now available, but it wasn't then. And secondly, we didn't want to do a kind of time-limited push for a certain amount of money. We kind of wanted to leave it open-ended because we want it to be like an ongoing process throughout the whole alpha. And thirdly, Kickstarter is really designed for getting like new games off the ground or getting new projects off the ground that wouldn't otherwise exist. But we've been working on Prison Architect for 2 years at the time when we launched the alpha, so it seemed to be quite disingenuous, you know, to be saying, you know, now you need to now give us funding, you know, through Kickstarter to get our project off the ground.
I haven't actually played it, but I've heard that there's something called Prison Tycoon. Why is this game so different? Why should people play this one instead?
Well, you should play Prison Tycoon, give it a try. There are several in the Prison Tycoon game series, actually. I never really liked them that much. I didn't think that they did the subject justice. You know, I thought that the more that I work on it, the more that I think there's so many possibilities of things that you can do that are interesting in a prison. And I don't think it's been dealt with at all in that kind of way. And that's what we're trying to do with this game, you know? Give you that range of choice between a kind of right-wing authoritarian prison, you know, all the way to like the left-wing some Scandinavian prison or something, you know, where people are free to go to gymnasiums and stuff all day, you know, and kind of anything in between should be possible within the game. It's not at the moment because it's still in development, but the aim is for that to be where we ultimately end up.
So at the moment it's just basically manage the prison, and afterwards it's do what you will with it, make your own personal prison.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a story mode that has a series of chapters that tell the story of various prisoners. Because
like in the demo.
Yeah, like in the demo, because every good prison film has got a lot of characters, and a lot of the characters are normally prisoners. You have to make them interesting people. So in the story mode, we bring out the stories, the backstories of various prisoners and various guards, and what they're doing here and why they ended up here. And then the sandbox mode, you can just kind of do what you want, you know, completely open, huge area of land, build whatever you like. Prisoners will be arriving in 24 hours, you know, just make sure you're ready for them.
All right, well, cool. Thank you very much. And tout le monde, allez voir Prison Architect, achetez-le. C'est un jeu qui a beaucoup d'attention et qui va vous plaire, je pense. Donc voilà, thank you for the interview,
Thank you very
and
much.
Good luck with the game.
Thank you.
All right.